Alright, Virgo, it's August. Happy birthday. Should we do a reading for this month? Alright, so right off the bat, this is a really special month for a few reasons. One in particular being that it's sandwiched between two full moons. Hello. If there was ever a time to make some magic, it was absolutely right now, Virgo. I always say to you, don't give your magic away, don't give your power away. And if you haven't, then right now, all of this is gonna be light work for you. Now, more so than ever, the most potent time, energetically speaking, for you to revive yourself, your spirit, your soul, your ambitions, your dreams, your relationships. Okay, Virgo, one of the things with this is that there is this really powerful new moon taking place on the 16th, which is a new moon in the sign of Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. It's about the ego, the expressed parts of ourselves and the repressed parts of ourselves, right? The light and the dark, the shadow and the good. What is good? What is bad? It's a really good time for you to kind of get so deeply connected within yourself and earth and God and the sky and the stars and the water and fire, just all of the elements to really bring about your energy, right? Because when they say that Virgo is the magician card, there is a reason for this. The Four of Pentacles. So in August, you're being challenged to remove your financial limitations. In August, you're being challenged to kind of see where the distractions are and the kind of things that are keeping you stuck. A lot of this has to do with your subconscious programming, the way that you see yourself. There is a Capricornian element of needing to hold on too much to matter, material. I think as a mutable earth sign that you will know that the best way for you to create is when you're in the flow, because that's the nature of you being in consistent movement, right? Unless, if you don't, you get stuck. Ace of Wands. So August brings about this really nice invitation, this initiative, this opportunity to kind of break away some of the cobwebs, kind of come out of the stone age era where you may have felt a bit stuck, a bit, like there wasn't a next level, or there was no way to progress, or there was no way to initiate change. So August brings you this change, this initiative of change. It brings you this opportunity, this matchstick moment, this moment of new creation, right? You kind of have to let go of some baggage. You kind of have to let go of some self-fulfilling prophecies. You kind of have to let go of some prerequisites and really go with the flow. Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What did I tell you in July about you being really full of yourself, and not in a conceited way, but in a way that really means that you're filling your own vessel so that you're not codependent, or you're not energetically in deficit? This month of August, you have completely embodied this energy of letting it come to you, right? This magnetism, this charm. And in the month of August, I think one of the greatest joys of this month in particular, one of the greatest joys of being sandwiched between two moons on the 1st of the month and the 30th of the month, is that you get to, and with Mercury going into retrograde in your sign, is that you get this opportunity to really look at where these full moons in particular are pulling at your emotional tides, right? Where is it that there are new beginnings happening, which means the inevitable endings of certain cycles? Review, renew. Sun being in your sign, it's all about a revival. It's all about renewal, regeneration. With the moon in Pisces, this is emotional endings. This is being on the level of ascension. That means that your emotions are at this level of mastery that they may not have been for a while. This gives you a emotional edge even, this full moon, to really look at where it is that you may have been limited in your life. Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. And I think for a lot of you that has to do with being stuck in the familiar and not really being able to grasp the truth of a situation. That's for some of you. In April, you are being asked to revise something that may have felt a little bit illusionary, smoke or mirrors, untrue. If you revisit a situation and you perpetuate confusion, then it's deliberate sabotage. If there is a reconciliation, a reunion, something which means something of sentimentality and familiarity, you have to be really, really careful of the illusions that are being presented in the situation. How much are you manifesting clarity? And with these moons, you know, shedding a lot more light than usual, and this supermoon in particular, it's actually going to appear, it's going to make the moon appear a lot bigger than it normally does, which is a lot of truth. That's a lot of illumination. So where is it that there is a possibility of smoke mirrors, of illusion, of delusion? Is that necessarily the truth, or is this something that's voluntary? And if it's voluntary, when did you stop being on your own side? This Queen of Cups is entirely in love with herself, and there's nothing wrong with being in love with yourself. We're in this Leo new moon. We're being asked to love on ourselves that extra bit harder, because you know what? When you are genuinely in love with yourself, I promise you, from my own life experience, there are other people that are genuinely in love with you too. You don't need to take it in a toxic kind of conceited way. That's never been Virgo's dynamic, I don't think. But I do feel like that there is this call in the month of August, with the month ending on this Pisces full moon, for you to really ask yourself, how true are you to your own vessel? How true are you to your own heart? Like, genuinely speaking, Wheel of Fortune. Because if you decide to take the limitations off, if you decide to take the initiative, take this new opportunity, take this new step, take this new direction, and really assert your will by assuring your own self with your own self-worth, not needing the validation of others, you will find that even if you are returning to haunted, okay, even if you are returning to reconciliations or returning to reunions of jobs or something that you decide to walk back to, it gives you a lot more of a clearer vision about what's true and what's not. Okay? You breaking the limitations, you taking the initiative, you kind of really filling your own cup right now and really knowing what to do when it comes to things that are in keeping you yourself in deliberate delusionment. When you take those steps, you move forward towards a really, really fortunate, lucky new cycle. Let's find out more about this cycle, this new cycle. This new beginning is inevitably going to mean that you have to close out certain doors. This new beginning is inevitably going to mean that you have to close out certain chapters. And you know what? Sometimes when you pull away at the plugs, when you pull away at the cords, when you actually set yourself free of all of them, and with some rationality tell yourself, does it really matter more than me? You actually come onto the right path. And when you're on the right path, it's going to feel a lot like the Wheel of Fortune. The new beginning. Virgo, this Fool card, I have been doing readings for you guys behind the scenes, and every single reading has had this Fool card energy in it. You are owed a new beginning, but with that new beginning, there are certain risks that you have to take. And sometimes we have to take calculated risks, which means that we're really well informed, which means that we're really well connected. There is somewhere that you have been disconnected about your true value. Okay, and I feel like once you begin to, like I said with this Queen of Cups, begin to fill your own cup, the opportunities start stepping forward, and you might even be tested with, you know, Source even saying to you, do you really want to go back to those haunted houses, those haunted relationships, those haunted experiences, or are you beginning to understand how fortunate it would be for you to actually push forward in a direction which means that you don't have to be so hooked in, you can be carefree. Ten of Cups and the King of Swords. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I think this is the Aquarius full moon. This Aquarius full moon is going to be quite abundant and prosperous for you, and I feel as if there is an opportunity for you to really not only, I mean, this King of Swords is showing up a lot in your readings also, so there's obviously some prominent air sign here. There is abundance that is a Pisces energy, Hanged Man, Pisces full moon. So I think, look, Pisces, Aquarius energy, this is obviously the sandwich of the two full moon, super moons, yeah. You are walking towards stability, security, abundance, good fortune, good luck. In this month, you are given the opportunity to set yourself free, take the initiative that you need to, and really embody the utmost intelligence in regards to the pulling of these emotional tides. The endings, the reviews, the edits that are necessary, I think are made a lot more, wow. That's the World card. You're pulling some really big energy here, Virgo, and I think it's about time to let certain limitations kind of fall to the wayside, because I think you know that there has been an ascension or an evolution at least that has been going on in your own life, which may have stemmed from bottom of the deck, the Five of... I'm gonna get this card. Five of Wands, sorry. A lot of unnecessary juvenile conflict that may have been consuming your energy in a not so productive way, where you're now being asked to move forward or progress or head in a new direction, take the risk, knowing that life has got you, God's got you, you've got you. You just so happen to stumble into a lot of financial abundance. But more than financial abundance, it's security, it's a grounded root chakra, it is wealth, it is companionship, it is friendship, it is family ties. The Chariot, the Tower, and the Devil. I think, and this is the message that literally just came as I saw these cards, somehow you made home with this devil energy, and it was a like unstable, shaky foundation right off the get-go. You may have to, in the month of August, close out certain doors so that the new ones can open. But you've kind of got to, with this, I know what this is. This is Uranus retrograde in the sign of Taurus. You're going to be looking at the people that you share your home space with. Chariot energy, Cancerian energy. You might even be opening brand new doors to brand new places with brand new people. The Sun card. And I think this is in Leo season. Queen of Swords, Temperance. This is two readings now. King and Queen of Swords in your energy. There's a lot of intellect, and I think this has had a lot to do with Mars being in the sign of Virgo. A lot of analysis taking place within relationships, within people, you know, really looking at whether or not they're with the right person for themselves or not. Temperance and the Sun. There are things that you need to transmute in the month of August. There are things that you need to actively take the alchemical approach of transmuting from one state to the next. There are things that require you to be a lot more in the flow. There are things that require you to be a lot more in touch with what's going on and how you can consciously contribute to changing certain things in your life. For example, limitations, where you're being naive, where you're allowing yourself to fall for smoke and mirrors, where you're going back to things of comfort, where you have associations and connections and bonds to things that are just clearly unstable. And what it is that you do to keep yourself in a dynamic where you might actually need to break away from. Once you let go, because the final stage of evolution, spiritual evolution at least, is letting go. Because at that point, you're being tested to see whether your embodiment is an actual embodiment or is it a is it a false start. So, if you are willing to let go of the limitation and truly embrace the opportunities wholeheartedly without fear or self-judgment or self-sabotage, the opening of the doors of where you begin to fall in love with yourself. That decision, and the wind is blowing, and in my religion it says that whenever the wind blows, it's God being in agreement, right? So look, feel this, look. Yeah, baby. When you are in active alignment with your heart, when you're in active alignment with your heart, you open up energetically fortunate doors for yourself. The thing about opening up doors is it gives you an opportunity for new beginnings. Sometimes, when you're in a really high vibration, not even sometimes, all the time, when you're in a really high vibration and you're really pro-you, you magnetically draw in the kind of stuff that dreams is made out of. This 10 of Pentacles, this security, stability, grounded nature of what you're about to step into, this door that you're about to step into, this home that you're about to step into, you're the co-creator of it, which means that you have to be very, very responsible and very, very in charge of your energy. Devil card and Tower card. Sometimes when things end in your life, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes when people that are not necessarily creating the right kind of energy in your life leave your life, it's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. How you love yourself throughout all of it is where the ascension is where the magic is. It's where the creation point is. So if right now you really allow yourself to evolve and ascend by completely letting go of all of the things that you know just may not necessarily be 100% spot on for you, you're really opening up your co-creative abilities to really truly step into what it is that you know that you genuinely want. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're just accepting what life is throwing at you. You're allowing yourself to faith. It's faith. It's just pure faith. You're allowing yourself the faith enough to trust in spontaneity, to trust in serendipity, to trust in magic, to trust in the knowing that everything is going to be so much more beautiful than you could have even imagined. The Sun card. Rebirth, regeneration, redevelopment, reevaluation, a redo. This time, you're different. And I think the world needs this different version of you. Because I do trust that we're all connected, and I do believe that this is a grand network, and I do feel like the changes that are happening within you are ultimately for the greater good of this entire network collective that we are. Those little dogs are about that big, and they're total assholes. Like, you can tell them to shut up, but they don't. Virgo, book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. Healing therapies, clairvoyant bookings with me also. There's so much fun stuff on the website. Check out the blog. Check out the CBD products that I can't live without. They're now all available on the website, rubyreadstarot.com. Thank you for your love, and thank you so much for your support. How can I say how much I love you? Doesn't matter. Anyway, birthday. Get ready for it. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. Mwah, I love you. Ciao.